Welcome to a very tropical and wet Hong Kong Football Club, where we have a sumptuous match-up today in a winner-takes-all game between South Korea and home team Hong Kong China. It really is an amazing day here. We've had torrential rain for most of the morning, but as we get ready for the teams to come out, it looks like it's blessing us quite nicely. The rain has stopped and we're ready to go. There it is, the absolutely amazing Asian Rugby Championship trophy, silver. I'm joined here in co-commentary today by Hong Kong international, 33 caps, Asian Games gold medal winner, Sevens superstar, Jamie Hood. Welcome, my friend.
Hi, Cookie. Pleasure to be here, and yeah, hopefully the weather holds off for us.
Yeah, fantastic. I hate to remind you that you played in the last game that South Korea beat Hong Kong back in 2015 here at the football club. So let's hope we don't have a repeat
cheers for
of
that, Cookie.
Thank you. So if we look at the South Korea team, coach Lee Myung-gung brings a side that's a blend of youth and experience this year. Their focus has been very much on sevens with the Asian Games and Olympic qualifiers for Paris 2024. His side includes 4 Olympians, Jang Jong-min, Chang and Kim Yo-han, and there are 7 players from the Kepco club who are the domestic champs. Front 5 is loaded with players from the POSCO club, and players to watch are going to be Jang Jong-min and Jeong Yong-sik amongst an electric back 3. Kepco halfbacks form the pivot. So you've played against these boys many a time. What do you think we can expect from the Koreans today?
Yeah, they're a very well-drilled team. Yeah, they all know their roles, they know where they need to be, and I expect they'll come out far in the first sort of 15-20 minutes, yeah.
Absolutely. So now moving over to the Hong Kong team, coach Lewis Evans goes with much the same side. Just 4 changes from last week. Altier out because of the red card. Hyde, Pincock and Tang also make way for Cinnamon, Key and Dylan White. So Key and Dylan White will get their debuts if they get onto the field. And also back is Josh Hurstich. Positional changes see Terry to fullback, more natural position for him. Evans will be hoping for another fast start where Solomona and Van der Schmidt were rampant, both sides of the ball last week. Higgins gets his 25th cap starting today, and we can't fail to mention Seb Bryant, 5 tries last week, and in the crowd was Ash Billington, who once scored 10 tries for Hong Kong, still a world record. He was sweating. So what did you make of the Hong Kong performance last week, Jamie?
Yeah, I mean, Sebby's been on fantastic form all this season. He had a great sevens tournament here in Hong Kong a couple of months ago, and yeah, I'm expecting more from him today when we go out and beat these Koreans.
Yeah, absolutely. So we see both these sides now lining up. As I've said, we've literally had torrential rain here for the last 5 to 6 hours, and it was raining all the way through the night. And yeah, fantastic to see the guys out here, and the fact that the weather has broken. Lots of people were worried about this. Our referee for the game today is Furuse from the Japan Rugby Union. It's his 22nd birthday, and it's his first test match officiating in the middle, and Kawahara and Tetsuka. So now the Korean national anthem. a rousing anthem there for the Koreans. 5 of their players, you'll see, were saluting. Those guys are all in the army, and it is the custom of the Korean military service to salute the flag when the anthem is played. We now get ready for the anthem of the People's Republic of China. So rousing anthems there for both sides. The weather here has maybe dampened the crowd a little bit. It has literally been torrential here for this last few hours, as we've said. So Hong Kong coach there, Lewis Evans, will be hoping for a repeat of last week. As I said, Hong Kong had a really fast start, and he'll be looking for exactly the same thing today, Jamie. What do you think the last few words he will have said?
Just keep composure, I think. Fast starts are always important, and I think Korea are definitely a bit of a confidence team. If they get into the match in the first 20 minutes, then I think they've got a chance. Otherwise, I think if they are clinical off the kickoff here, I think Hong Kong should have a nice fast start.
And there he is, Lee Myung-gung. Fantastic story. This man played here in Hong Kong 20 years ago for the Hong Kong Cricket Club. He was a lightning fast number 9, and I was his premiership coach, so had a fantastic meet up with him yesterday. Very, very good to see the man after 20 years. As I've said, Katsuki Furuse is the official in the middle, 22nd birthday today, and it's his opening test match. So Gregor McNeish as Hong Kong play from right to left, playing towards the football club sportsman's end bar. Good deep kick, but well fielded by the Koreans, and they push the ball deep. De Terry, Van der Schmidt gets his first carry of the ball, takes it into contact, not taking quite as many meters as he did last week. Lauder gets the ball off to Choi. And it looks like Hong Kong are really taking it to him in the early part of this already. And Solomona again, great offload though.
And again, keeping the ball alive.
Yeah. Oh, there goes Van der Schmidt. Gets the ball to Sebi Bryan, but he gives it straight to Chung. Great intervention there for the Koreans. So 52 seconds in, Jamie, and some good intent from the Hong Kong side.
Oh, just the start that I think the coach would have wanted. Van der Schmidt, 2 huge carries to start the game off, and almost came away with a little try there in the corner.
So one of the Koreans down. The big man, Lee Jeong-sik, has played some of his rugby in Japan in the top league. He's one of their key men in their front 5. But this gives McNeish an opportunity to line this kick up just inside the 10-metre line and just inside 15 from the right-hand touchline. He kicked 80% last week, so struck the ball quite nicely. Luckily, many of the conversions he got were straight under the post, but he nailed them.
They all count, Cookie. They all count.
Absolutely. So as he hovers over the ball, a couple of steps in, looks like a good strike.
Lovely kick.
Yes. And that is an early lead for Hong Kong. 3 points to 0. McNeish nails that penalty. Will settle some nerves. I think, as you said, Jamie, it's pretty important that Hong Kong keep their composure at the early part of this game. It's not going to be the runaway affair that we had last week. So deep kick down to the 22. Well picked up by Seb Bryan. And they go to the short side again. Tommy Hill
Huge
taking
carry from
about
Tommy
10
Hill.
metres there, getting them onto the front foot. McNeish plays through the front line again, and Solomona well tackled there and spills the ball.
Knock on.
So a different kind of defence than they faced last week against Malaysia.
Unlucky there for Hong Kong. Really nice carry from Tommy Hill down the right-hand side, and just a loose carry in the middle there. It's interesting to see that Hong Kong are trying to keep the ball alive and play a really fast game. I think one of the strengths of Korea is the breakdown, and you'll see them challenging there as much as possible. So there's little offloads, and that opening passage will be a huge focus for Hong Kong today.
Absolutely. So Alex Post is down there in back play, and this I think is going to be a crucial part of the game here today. Some big men in this Korean front row, and speaking with Coach Lee yesterday, he thinks that the scrummage will be one of their weapons. They've got some seven of the 8 are very experienced in their opening pack here, with just the young number 8, Hwang Jong-wok from Korea University.
Great attacking platform for Korea here. Centre field scrum just inside the Hong Kong half. Got the 50-22 option as well. Means Nathan Detieri has to be looking for backfield options too.
So Korean halfback Lee feeds the ball. Lauder keeping a close eye on him. They feed this scrummage, and that's a solid scrummage from the Koreans. From the 8 to the 9, and they break to the right, and that ball, you say, cannot stress how slippery things are here. About a half an hour ago, there were puddles all over this field. It's for those of you not aware of the football club, it is a 4G pitch. So as we see, that ball just moved, and he just took his eyes off it as the ball was coming in.
Yeah, we're disappointed with that option there. Really great attacking option and a chance to stamp their authority in the match. Hong Kong get out of jail free card there.
And Jeong there knocking that ball on. One of the more experienced Koreans, but it gives Hong Kong an opportunity with Lauder to feed the ball. It's going to be a much sterner test for Hong Kong. And that is a good scrummage from the Koreans. The ball has slipped out of the tunnel, so it's a reset. So a completely different proposition to the one we saw last week, Jamie.
Yeah, definitely. Massive blokes up front, and they'll be really looking to win this battle in the front 5.
Yeah, they really put some pressure on there. Lauder dropped the ball in, and Post was unable to get his foot to the ball to hook it back. So a real solid test here for Hong Kong. Higgins will be looking to try and hold his tight head up. A big man. 125 kilos. And Hong Kong are penalised for an early engagement, and the Koreans have immediately opted for a scrummage. So I'd say in the psychological battle of the front rows, 1-0 to Korea.
Yeah, you can see the way they reacted when the referee gave the free kick there. They're really pumped up, really happy with themselves, and have obviously gone for the penalty afterwards.
Solomona there was a little bit frustrated with that, and his Korean opposite number, the loose head Seok, just smiling gently at him. Good to see the games going on. So Korea with the feed, just inside the Hong Kong half. So that's a good feed by Lee, and the ball is at the feet of the 8. Oh, and immediately in from the wing, Jang Jong-min takes some meters in the middle there, and they come around the corner, the Koreans. Good tackle there by Van der Schmidt. And they spread the ball out to the right edge, but that's a very good tackle there. Harry Sayers absolutely monsters him, and James Sawyer follows them into touch. So some good defence there from Hong Kong.
Yeah, really strong defence, getting a lot of men on their feet, spreading out and getting some good line speed. Korean attack was a bit slow, a bit pedestrian. They'll be looking to speed the ball up, I think, in the future attacks.
Good intervention, though, coming off his wing, Jang Jong-min. He's very much one of the danger men, so post with this first throw, and a great rise there by Kal McCulloch. And post has got this in the boot of this, but good defence from the Koreans. They're holding firm.
Okay.
So Lauder comes up as they've moved it, and it looks like he's going to go aerial. And that's a high-hanging ball, and Brian is after it. Absolutely smashed as he took the ball by Van der Schmidt, but the Koreans have the ball. Oh, and there's a charge down there.
Accidental.
So accidental offside. The ball was charged down and cannoned there, and good pragmatic refereeing there. You know, nothing deliberate there. So a good start from the referee in his first Test match.
The last one is pretty nice. Yeah, maintain that.
So a good first line out there from Hong Kong, Jamie.
Let's go.
Yeah, solid start. That'll do the confidence of posting no end.
Nice.
And a really nice high-hanging box kick from Jamie Lauder. And just really playing the conditions really nicely at the moment, Hong Kong.
Yeah, it was a fantastic, I don't know whether you'd call that kick to hit type tactic, but Van der Schmidt took the man as he took the ball, but the Koreans looked after it. So Lee with another feed and another solid scrummage from the Koreans.
Pass back
now they
in,
move
pass
the
back
ball
in.
back, and another charge down, and the ball hasn't gone into touch.
Backwards, back
Lauder gets the ball.
Back in.
McNeish now gets it to Higson Smith, who's already lasted 8 minutes more than he did last year in Korea. Sawyer drags the ball back in and then into the front line. Great offload there by McCulloch to Hill. And some good work there. Lauder now pulls it back to McNeish. And it's high and hanging. He'll have a little bit of time.
A little bit too long then from McNeish.
Yeah, drifts into the 22, and it's well marked there. And the Koreans are off. Hanging the ball down there. McNeish pulls the ball into Van der Schmidt, who winds up. And a good early tackle there. He carries it through contact.
Take him back in.
McNeish.
You can see how many bodies Korea are throwing into those little ruck situations there. Really trying to compete for the ball.
So De Terry fields it, and he goes for a run there, but well tackled. The Koreans competing hard for this ball. Really good counter ruck. But Tommy Hill and PJ over the ball there. Good drive there from Sawyer. And another good bit of work from Solomona. Looking after this ball. Oh, the tight head had a crack at that one, but referee sent him back. Now Lauder swings this ball to McNeish. Good ball there. Slight knock on, but Higson Smith carries it through contact. Harry Sayers, really good work there. De Terry in with a good clean out. And the referee now playing advantage. So
plenty of numbers to the right here.
Decent free hit now. Hong Kong have got. Sam Choi with a good carry there. And McNeish, and that could be trouble for Chang Yong-hoon. Deliberate knock on. He's a bit dirty with himself. Be interesting to see what the referee does here, Jamie.
Yeah, difficult one for the referee. Looked like it was a bit of covering behind, but definitely a knock on.
So very good to see that we've got people listening in from around the world. Van der Schmidt supporting her son from Namibia. And also good to see plenty of viewers coming in from Korea. Unfortunately, though, my powers to read Korean are not that good. So the referee is now talking with the TMO and a rather anxious-looking Chang Yong-hung from the Kepco club, who was in fact an Olympian in Tokyo, and I think he could easily be looking down the barrels of a yellow card. There was some space out there on the wing for Hong Kong, and it looks like Tommy Hill is there with Gregor McNeish, and they'll probably be looking to just add to the score. So the referee talking with the TMO. And I think, as I say, they'll be looking at that knock-on. It was a natural reaction to stick a paw out for that one, Jamie. I'm sure we've all done that in the past.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, especially as a winger, because you know you're down numbers out there, and you feel as though you can solve it by trying to intercept it. But in these conditions, it's really hard to take a ball above your head when it's going that fast across you.
Yeah. In the lead up to that, there was some good work on this left wing by Hickson Smith and Harry Sayers.
Yeah.
As we said, and
yeah, there's two men outside there.
Yeah, Van der Schmidt and Seb Bryan there, but there was plenty of cover in behind, so there'll be no talk of any kind of penalty try.
Yeah, it's definitely delivered knock-on by 11 white, and I'm going to show you the better angle now. Yeah, it's coming now.
So there we go.
You can see the line break opportunity he denied. So I
knocks
agree
it
with you.
forward, so I'm pretty sure that that's going to be a yellow card for Chang Yong-hung.
Yellow card.
Yeah, there it is, yellow card. Took the officials a while to get to that.
Two options. There's a deliberate knock-on and the first side, and then offside as well. Two options here or over there. There's a same line.
Penalties here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go for touch.
Okay.
So Tommy Hill skippering the side again,
Sorry.
opting to go for the corner to try and obviously
Time back on.
take advantage of this.
Yeah, I think a good decision there from Tommy Hill to go to touch. Difficult kick to the post there, and the last line out was really good.
So this gives Hong Kong an opportunity, probably about 10 meters out from the Korean line. Another good take there from Hong Kong, good throw. Ball back in the post. Patrick Jenkinson was there. Now the Koreans are creeping around up the side of this ruck.
Offside again for
White. And they've got offside, and this is a fantastic drive. What an amazing piece of tight work that was. And Alex Post comes up with the ball. That is the first try of the day for Hong Kong and Alex Post. So some really clinical work there from the tight forwards, Jamie.
Yeah, fantastic work in the line up there. Alex Post, great throw, great dart, and then gets in the back of the maul and gets his just rewards.
So Solomona leading the charge there, Sam Choi, and
even Jamie Lauder in there as well, adding his weight.
Yeah, that is a fantastic bit of tight work, and that adds to the two tries that Alex Post scored last week against Malaysia. He'll be very, very happy with that. Formerly playing with the Sandy Bay club here in Hong Kong. So good to see that we also got Hong Kong international Matt Worley watching. So McNeish, a very good strike, but no cigar, slightly off to the right. So the score remains 8-0 for Hong Kong. So McNeish looks a little bit disconsolate with that, but it was a good strike nonetheless. And the Koreans have made an early substitution. Number 16 onto the field, Choi Hoi-young. So I didn't see if that was an injury. But not a good start. So the Korean front row replacements are all young men, but they are 21, 22 and 21, but the hooker,
Red on the line.
117 kilos, so no small man. So decent field position. First time that Korea have had a chance to properly attack from a line out inside the half. Pat Jenkinson gets up, slaps the ball back, and Lauder picks up on the crumbs there. Sebi Bryan comes in off that wing. Good carry there from Sawyer, but the ball is loose and the Koreans swoop on it. That was good work by them. And a good tackle there by Van der Schmidt.
Yeah, well done.
So now the Koreans just outside the 22 of Hong Kong. Midfield here, going to the left. Again, that ball is loose and Sawyer breaks to the right. McCullough gets his hands free, tries to get the ball out to Sebi Bryan, but they'll go back for the knock-on.
Really like the Hong Kong defensive tactics at the moment of, you know, chopping, spreading, getting men on their feet, and then just putting pressure on the Koreans with their handling. It's really hard to move the ball through the hands in these conditions at the moment.
So the rain is steadily falling still. Plenty of glue on the hands, I'm sure, but it can't move all of the water that is falling out of the sky. We've probably had some 70 or 80 millimeters have fallen within the last 3 or 4 hours here. It's been biblical proportions.
Now with the winger down here, Korea, they've got to watch this blind side. Sebi Bryant and Nathan Tateri got a 2-on-1. The very deep fullback.
Yeah. So
I would say defending the blind side with Tateri and Sebi Bryan coming at you is not what you want to be looking down the gun barrels at.
Yes.
And
on my call, please. Let's go.
Apart from anything else, they've got to think about defending possibly Van der Schmidt coming as well. But their first priority will be to have a solid scrummage. And the Koreans have, as I've said, probably had slightly the upper hand in the early encounters at the scrummage so far. So it's all a bit of a mess there. As I said, some very, very big men in the Korean front row. A lot of experience as well. So the referee trying to get this organised, but this scrummage has probably taken all of about a minute and 20 seconds so far to pack down.
Hit them right, get it.
Higgins will be working hard.
Time off.
And the referee calls time off. The Koreans inching forward there, but I think Hong Kong are likely to get a dressing down that they maybe didn't take the weight.
Until the ball comes in. Okay, yeah. Pause packs as well. Yeah, also. Stability.
So
let's go again.
The referee talking about the stability of both front rows here. Sure he's not going to put up with too much more of this before we start going to free kicks and penalties. So someone with an old-fashioned Korean jersey in the crowd there. Much of the ilk of my playing days, but there we go. That again is penalised, and the referee has given a straight arm penalty for a transgression there. I think it's maybe Hong Kong going in early. Tommy Hill asking for clarification from the referee. And the Koreans opt to go for the posts. And with the score at only 8-0, 17 minutes in, I'm pretty sure Coach Lee will be quite happy with the way the Koreans have started. So lining this one up. Kim In.
判定の通り赤が最初に乗ってると。で白も合わせて乗っかってる。だからポーション
Part of this
で
all
ヒットした後は
Kepco
白が動いてる。
Club halfback pairing. Settles himself over the ball. It's almost straight in front and about 5 metres outside the 22. And it's a good strike, and it is there. So that's a good response from the Koreans, Jamie.
Yeah, solid comeback there. A few errors from Hong Kong have let them get back into the match, but they've played the conditions well as well, and they've managed to get into Hong Kong half and come away with 3 points. So 18 minutes into the match, 8-3, not a bad start from Korea.
Be important now for Hong Kong to reset here. Slightly deeper kick. A big step there from Huang. And they come straight through, but Sawyer makes a good chop tackle there. They pull it deep into the 22, and it's a big, deep kick. Terry fields it. Has a little bit of a pump fake, drops the ball off to Van der Schmidt, who gets the ball into the hands of Sebi Bryan, who's hit hard, but he looks after in the contact. Hong Kong not committing many numbers to these rucks. High and hanging. A little bit on the deep side there from Jamie Lauder.
Yeah, he lost his winger. Seb Bryant had the first carry, so there's no chaser on that box kick. Maybe got another phase first before trying to put the Koreans under a bit of pressure at the back.
And I believe that one of our neighbours, Jamie, Dawn Strachan, will be watching on YouTube. Big shout out for you, Dawny.
Hi, Dawny.
So Alex Post, another good take there from McCullough. Tommy Hill playing in the front line, gets Hong Kong straight onto the front foot. Post carries it into contact, and some good work there. Lauder now goes to the blind side. Jenkinson is well tackled. Now Solomona yet again. Bit of a loose carry there.
Nice little 21 play there from Hong Kong. 2 strong carries into the midfield, and then trying to catch the big Korean forwards on the blind side coming back this way. Didn't quite execute it, and we've got to be a little bit careful. The offloads are working well, but the more it makes it loose and give away little knock-ons, the more Korea will start to build into this match, I think, Cookie.
Yeah, absolutely. And something you mentioned a little while ago, you know, Hong Kong not really resourcing some of these wide rucks that heavily, and the Koreans are really targeting that and trying to get amongst it. And that is a fantastic touch finder there from McNeish. Puts the ball deep into the 22, not far from the line, and Korea now back to the full complement.
Yeah, cracking kick there from Gregor. Really giving Hong Kong another opportunity to come away with some points inside the 22.
So after that early try, one against the head, the Koreans now looking to run and make some ground on this right edge. Oh, and a great break there, and a good tackle by McNeish in the wide channel. Korea swinging the ball. And some good work there.
Well done. No, play on.
The Koreans met on the tackle line there very well.
Tackle. Knee on the ground.
So
after the tackle.
And
Sam Choi penalised there. Some good work from the Koreans.
Yeah, really good exit there from the Koreans. Not afraid to run it from deep. It's possibly Coach Lee's doing there with the sevens background. Not afraid to really have a go from anywhere.
Probably did Sam Choi a disservice there. I think it was Jamie Lauder ripping the ball while the man was on the floor. And the South Koreans have missed touch, and that's a really good touch finder from McNeish. Takes play down into just inside the Korean half, so the Koreans will get another opportunity. Number 16, Choi Hoo-young from Korea University, this young hooker, throwing to the line out. That's a good execution there. playing through the middle there. Sawyer with a good tackle. Van der Schmidt there as well. Van der Schmidt going looking for the ball there, but the Koreans look after. Koreans push the ball deep, but De Terry is there inside the 22. And he pushes this deep.
Yeah, good option there from Nate. Game's getting a little bit untidy. Let's go back to the line out.
So they're on about halfway, so that's a decent net gain for the Koreans there. So Choi with another throw to the line out. Good intervention there. Jamie Lauder gets his hands on it. He's scragged a little, but McCullough up to Higgins. Carries it through, well supported by Choi. Lauder's recycled himself, and McNeish goes aerial high and hanging. Harry Sayers gets his hands on it, taps it back. De Terry is off, and a good step inside there. Tom Hill and the referee playing an advantage, so Hong Kong have a free hit here. Sawyer again playing another advantage. And now Sam Choi with another good carry. Solomona in there to McNeish, and a ball on the inside there to Tom Hill. Stays strong, gets it to Van der Schmidt. Great offload there by De Terry to Hickson Smith, who drops it on the toe. So playing two advantages there.
To the edge or the middle.
So it'll be interesting to see whether after this period of a little bit of pressure from Korea, whether Tommy Hill as skipper opts to go for the posts, and he does. I think that's probably a good decision.
Yeah, take the points when they're off right in front. Takes us out to more than a converted try in front. Strong decision from Tommy Hill. Great win from Harry Sayers on the far side with that contestable kick, showing his 7 skills in the air, and good crumbs from Sevi Bryan behind to pick the ball up.
So some good work there, as we've said, in the wide channels. Ben Higgins just checking with the referee to make sure that the ref has got the same idea of the scrum laws that he has. I've never met a front rower who's admitted that he's made a mistake in the front row. It's always the half-back of the referee. So McNeish with a horrible strike there, but it comes back off the posts and straight back into McNeish's hands. And Tom Hill has grounded the ball, but I think it was slightly forward as the ball was popped inside by McNeish. So a horrible strike of a penalty kick there. Quite uncharacteristic for Gregor, that, but he's managed to hit the crossbar and almost turn it into a try. He was so nearly there, in some fantastic scrambling defence from the Koreans. I thought I'd seen just about everything. You sometimes on long kicks get a ricochet back off the post, but nothing that cannons quite as hard as that, straight back to the kicker. So we now have a scrum 5 metres out. And Hong Kong really putting some pressure on Solomona, driving through there, really making a dog's breakfast of that scrummage. And that is a very good clearance from a tight angle there.
Very good exit.
So Football Club, this pitch here, not renowned for the deepest of in-goal areas, so they're only about 5 or 6 metres deep, which means anything straight back off a scrummage is pretty tight, and he's taken play almost up to the 10-metre line. That's a phenomenal clearance, so it gives Alex Post opportunity to throw into another line out. And Sam Choi rises, but the ball has drifted off the centre line, and the Koreans opt for a scrummage. So 27 minutes played, 8-3 to Hong Kong China over South Korea. Hong Kong certainly not having it all their own way here, Jamie.
Yeah, Postie's had a 2 gone over, one over the back, and that one not straight. He won't be happy himself with that. And the more these little errors start to creep into Hong Kong and start to frustrate themselves, on what they're doing, and Korea will start to build and get more momentum into the game. So they need a little score to settle themselves down, but Korea doing fantastic work to stay in this game at the moment, and hopefully can get down the other end and put some plays together.
So another opportunity for Lee to feed the scrum. Huang goes over one position and they go up the blind side there. Great break, and he's put it on the toe and he's after this one. It looks like it drifted out on the full, but some real attacking intent there. Huang at 8 moved over one space, and then they went straight back down that blind side. Good little break there from Lee to Chung. So Post gets another opportunity. So steadies himself, and a good throw there to Pat Jenkinson, and McNeish hoists this high, hanging outside the 22. Harry Sayers is after it. Sawyer picks up the crumbs on the ground, stays in touch with it there. Good work. The ball's gone behind, and so Terry tries to pick the ball up, but it was played behind Van der Schmidt. Terry tried to pick it up off his toes. Would have been a hell of a slip catch if he'd taken that one, but just nibbles the ball forward. So as we said, Korea potentially growing another leg here as they keep themselves in this game. So, another scrummage.
Still a very good attacking position here for Korea with the 50-22 on offer. Centre field, you can see on the wide picture, Hong Kong have dropped two players back, so overlaps on both sides.
Keep it up. Yep.
So the Koreans move the ball to this left side, and a big, deep raking kick. Seb Bryan is underneath it. Terry came in. Now Seb Bryan looks to get away, and he's through the first contact, and he's keeping his arms free. He's such an informed player at the moment. Van der Schmidt takes the ball and drops it out the back of his hands. Really gave Choi not much opportunity there in these conditions. As we've said, there's moisture falling out of the sky, and the humidity level here at the moment is very high. The rain has probably taken the absolute heat out of it and the cloud cover, but we've still got incredibly high relative humidity of about 85 degrees.
Yeah, I can see what Hong Kong are trying to do with these offloads, because the Koreans are definitely gravitating towards the rocks, to trying to win the ball back and compete in that area. But there's a position on the pitch when you should do that, and perhaps that wasn't the right one.
Crouch.
So phenomenal opportunity here. Good position, good field position. Lee fields the ball. Huang comes over again. And they move the ball to the left. Good play out the back. And a really good spot read there on Jong Young-sik. And Hong Kong go quickly, push the ball deep into the Korean 22. And Kim, the Korean 10, takes play back to halfway. So certainly Korea playing a pretty pragmatic game, keeping themselves in the fight here. I think, as we've said several times, the longer they can stay in the fight here, the more pressure that they put on Hong Kong. So number 14 there, Jang Jongmin, says post throws. McCullough rises. Sawyer to Hill, and another loose carry from Hong Kong. Korea dropped the ball back. A good carry there, and a good tackle. But they go back from the knock on. It was a really good ball from Sawyer to Hill on the front foot, but a good solid contact. And the ball spilled from Tom Hill's grasp. So as compared with last week, we've had so many more scrummages, which is due mainly to the conditions of the wet ball that we've got here. But Hong Kong will be looking to put some pressure on in this scrummage.
Yeah, you could just see signs of Korea's scrummage creaking a little bit on the last 5-metre scrum. Be interesting to see what the referee does here.
Crouch. Bind.
So he's given the free kick against Hong Kong there, although Korea are advancing, and that's maybe for Hong Kong just pulling back or not taking the weight, not something you see penalised that often. So the Koreans immediately opt for a reset of the scrummage. So some real mind games going on there in the front row. Do you want to give me the extent of your knowledge of front row play there, Jamie?
Not a massive area of expertise for me, but yeah, when I've played 9 before, I'm happy to comment on stuff that goes in the front row. Just bend over and push hard, isn't it, Cookie?
That was always Tom McQueen's line to the forward, just bend over and push. So ball placed in there, and it's gone down on this tight head side of the scrummage. And does not appear to have been any call, and Deterry is under this. And the ball spills forward, and the Koreans and Jang Chong-ming, those dancing feet, gets them onto the front foot, and they pull the ball off to this left side. Carrying hard now in the wide channels there. The Koreans coming through the front row and then pulling it out the back.
Good tackle,
They've now lost the ball. Higgins picks the ball up, and Lauder's got this, and he sets off, keeps his arms free. Some good support work there. Tom Hill grabs hold of it. Harry Sayers gets on the outside of his man. Shows some real speed there, and Tommy Hill, tap tackle. And that is some phenomenal defence there by Kim Yu-tae. And Tom will be devastated with that. He would have been eyes wide for that. Harry Sayers here gets the ball on the inside. He's carrying the ball, and as he hits and grabs on the on this 4G surface, had that been on grass, I think he would have just slid over the line quite easily. I think, as we said earlier, this 4G surface, absolutely phenomenal here at the football club. Had we been on a regular turf surface, I don't think there's any way that this game would have taken place.
No, I remember a few years ago, a game against Japan that got called off down at Aberdeen on the grass surface. Managed to sneak a draw that day, Cookie.
Much to the chagrin of Eddie Jones and the Japan coaching team that day. So this ground actually was the ground that the first ever international was played on a 4G artificial surface in the Asian Rugby Football Tournament of 2004. So it's long, nearly 20 years since this was turned into a 4G surface. And some canny play there from the Korean number 9, pointing out to the referee that there was some transgressions from Hong Kong. And with about 4 minutes to go to touch to half-time, the Koreans get an opportunity to clear their lines, and puts the ball safely into touch, but only takes play up to the just inside the Korean 22.
Yeah, the scrum's really giving Korea a foothold in this game. Every time the play breaks down, they've got a chance to win a penalty or a free kick.
A good take there at the front. And playing through their big, heavy men, their back rowers. And the combined weight of the Hong Kong back row there, Choi, Sawyer and Van der Schmidt giving away the penalty. So Hong Kong have doubled down on the mistake, so they've gone penalty, which really does give Korea, with this better angle, a chance to really relieve some pressure just before half-time.
Yeah, you can see Greg and McNeish there just telling the players to calm down, keep cool heads, and not give away so many cheap penalties to Korea to get them back in the game.
So I think these two Korean halfbacks from the Kepco club are really playing well to keep Korea on the front foot in this game, putting some pressure on Hong Kong. That's a decent throw, but it's overthrown, or the jump wasn't made. And Schmidt carries hard. The Koreans working on that ball. They come to this a bit of a pump there, and Terry gets the ball to Higson. Smith back on the inside to Terry, who drops it on the toe, and some phenomenal coverage there, and some real heads-up play there from Hong Kong. And Tommy Hill eventually, after the third time of asking, gets over for the try. So I think when we watch back on the replay here, it was some phenomenal covering back by Chang, and he tried to lob the ball into touch as it was dropped on the toe there. And let's just talk us through this, Jamie.
Lovely little break there down the side from Higo. Nice deft little kick in there from Nate, and he's just the right place at the right time. I think this time Tommy Hill. Is it a couple of practices to get over, and he's managed to do it this time. A lot of relief on his face when he stood up there at the end there, I think.
That was a real opportunistic try, though. Great break there by Charles Hickson Smith.
He's a hard man to stop, Higo, when he gets up to steam.
And Terry, as he poked that one through, he kept running. So when Chang came across and tried to kick it into touch, he just kicked it straight to Terry, who was, as I say, real heads up, and just popped the ball straight back inside to skipper Tom Hill. So with about a minute to go to half-time, McNeish, I tell you, you could not have predicted the same thing would happen, but yeah, he hits the crossbar and the post, but that's two horrible strikes from Gregor McNeish. Absolutely not usually his wheelhouse. Normally strikes the ball absolutely phenomenally. So that will settle some of Lewis Evans' nerves to extend that lead to 13-3, and Hong Kong China will want to make sure that they secure this this kickoff. It's a bit deep. Sawyer carries this into contact. There's about 5 to 10 seconds to go, and the Koreans have come away with this ball, and this is a phenomenal piece of play by the Koreans, turning that over. And it's looking like Sam Choi's got himself offside there. Hong Kong defending for their lives here, but Korea full on attack inside 5 meters. And a really good solid carry there. And they look back to this short side. Replacement hooker. Choi. And they look like they're coming through the big boys here. Looking left and right there, the halfback, and he's knocked it on, but will be going back for the penalty.
Number 6.
Yeah, a real coach killer, that Cookie, isn't it? Yeah. You score a try and then you're back down under your posts.
So this will be just what Korea were looking for, and they're wide out here, so I'm pretty sure that they'll opt to put the ball into touch and go for
scrum.
Oh, they've called the scrummage. That's a bold move, but it has been one of their weapons so far. Could well be looking to put some pressure on the referee, maybe for yellow cards. So Sam Choi getting himself injured in the process of giving that penalty away. A little bit of cold spray.
Okay, let's go.
Onto the inside of his left thigh. Okay. So the hooter has gone, so we are now playing on the referee's time. So the next time the ball legitimately goes out of play or there's a score, that will be half-time. So Hong Kong are going to have to scrummage and defend for their lives here, Jamie.
Yeah, really good kick-off from Korea there. They caught Hong Kong napping a little bit with a midfield high kick off the kick-off. Hong Kong didn't deal with it well, got turned over in the middle of the pitch, and we find ourselves on our own 5-metre line.
So this is going to be a real telling few seconds in the context of this game. Oh, great second surge there from Hong Kong, but the referee says it's gone up and is looking for the reset. I think if he's going to reward this, he's going to tell Tom Hill that the front rows have to stay down.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go. Here's the mark.
Good to see that TSW Pandas are looking in on YouTube. So another opportunity for the Koreans to put some pressure on Hong Kong. Just 5 meters out, tight up against the left-hand touchline, and it's a free kick. And I'm pretty sure gone to a straight arm. Pretty sure that they'll go back for the scrummage. So still no warning from the referee to the Hong Kong front row. He's penalised them a good 4 or 5 times this half so far.
He's being very patient at the moment. Very patient.
So Coach Lee, he will be wanting his charges to register some form of score here. They certainly deserve it after all the pressure that they've put on. So Lee with the feed to this scrummage. And for the first time, Hong Kong get the penalty to go their way. And I'm pretty sure that they will just tap this one, put it into touch. And McNeish does that. And that is half-time. So Korea will be bitterly disappointed not to have had the opportunity to register a score there after all that pressure that they put on, Jamie.
Yeah, they've done very well to put a lot of pressure on Hong Kong, especially after that last try from Hong Kong. They will be bitterly disappointed not to come away with something out of the 22 there, especially with all their scrum dominance in that first half.
So 13-3 as the players go into half-time. The crowd filling up here in the Hong Kong Football Club, and Coach Lewis Evans there talking to Joe Barker, one of his assistants, and Coach Lee of Korea looking pensive as he walks into the changing rooms, and he would certainly have hoped that they could have registered something just before half-time. Would have been a hammer blow for Hong Kong. There were 2 tries to 0 up, but Korea anything but out of this game at this stage. As we said, the crowd filling up here at Sports Road, good to see. And there was certainly some rousing cheers from the ground announcer. So we're going to look at some highlights of the first half, Jamie. So let's talk our way through this. That early break down the blind side when Sebi Bryan got himself away.
Yeah, when Hong Kong have managed to get quick ball into the wide channels, the back 3 from Hong Kong and outside centre Harry Sayers have looked very dangerous. Made a lot of ground and created a lot of opportunities.
So McNeish, that was a lovely strike by him. The first penalty, and there was only about 2 minutes on the clock at that stage. 3-0 Hong Kong, and we then had a bit of play, and at this stage Korea were down to 14 men, and a phenomenal tight drive by the forward saw Alex Post come up with the try there. We then a scrum penalty awarded to the Koreans, and their fly half Kim put the ball on the tee, stepped up, lovely strike of the ball, nice laconic, straight between the posts. So it was 8-3 at that stage, with about 20 minutes gone. And then talk us through this phenomenal bit of play.
Lovely little kick from Nathan Thierry.
And skipper Tommy Hill goes over for the second try of the half. And so that's the end of the highlights, and we'll sign off now, and we'll be back with you in 4 or 5 minutes. Please don't go away. come back from half-time. 13 points to 3. And the crowd filling up. And good to see plenty of support here for the South Korea team. And in the background there, Chairman of the Hong Kong Rugby Union, Chris Brook, former Hong Kong international himself, enjoying the hospitality. And the Koreans coming out for this second half. I'm sure that Coach Lee will have given them some good instructions. As we've said, they were targeting very much the Hong Kong rucks. Any time that Hong Kong under-resourced a ruck, a couple of turnovers, and people holding on as well. So I'm sure Coach Lewis Evans will also have made some counters to that as we look out onto the field to see whether there have in fact been any replacements made. It looks like the Hong Kong team still have the starting 15 out. We had the early substitution when we lost the Korean hooker Yo, and he was replaced by Choi, number 16. Just looking across the pitch to see whether we've got any other replacements, and it looks like Kang has been replaced, and so it's a good early opportunity for the young Korean front row. The Koreans actually are looking to make this very, very much a learning experience for their young side here. And Kim kicks off deep, and Higson Smith is underneath that, steps well out of the first tackle and looks after it. And certainly Hong Kong better resourcing that ruck. Van der Schmidt plays tight and is now trying to push the ball back. And some good work there. They tracked Hwang, the Korean number 8, into that ruck and forced the penalty. So onto the field, as I said, this young Korean front row, 2 21-year-olds and a 22-year-old. So very, very much the future, and it's fantastic to see that Coach Lee has given them the opportunity. So Post with his throw, and they got amongst it, but Hong Kong China have come away with the scraps, and McNeish goes aerial. Harry Sayers is after this, the ball goes loose. Chung picks that up. He's had an all-action game so far, scrambling along on the floor, and Van der Schmidt was after that ball. And a deep kick. And McNeish just fields it, brings it back, and pulls it deep. And we've got a Korean down in the middle of the field. It's the winger Chung. As I said, he's been busy so far. He's made a few breaks. Yellow card. He's certainly getting himself on the camera today, Jamie.
Yeah, it was a good, strong carry from there. Maybe taking a little knock as he's gone down. Good net gain for Korea as well. Be nice to see Hong Kong trying to just win the kicking battle a bit more, put the ball deep, and try and get Korea to kick it out.
Okay, let's go.
So a little bit of magic spray.
Time off. No, time off.
Also good to know that former Hong Kong international Jack Parfitt listening in, certainly providing plenty of tips on our commentary, Jamie.
Come back. Let's go.
Keep them coming, Jack.
So Choi with the throw to the tail, easily taken there. That's a real solid carry there from Korean midfield, getting themselves onto the front foot. Good tackle from Sam Choi. The Koreans pushing out, and now drop it onto the toe. De Terry confidently picks that one up, pushes the ball deep, and he's really carved off some meters there.
Yeah, very nice kick from Nate there. deep into the Korean half.
As I've said last week, he started in the 13 jersey. Much more natural for him to play at the back, gets much more freedom to express himself there.
Yeah, he's got fantastic feet, strong ball carrier, and a well-educated boot as well, so perfect at 15.
So another one to the tail there from the Korean line-out. Another solid carry there into McNeish. Some really good post-contact meters there, kept the legs pumping.
Yeah, they're really targeting McNeish in that 10 jersey. He's defending a little bit further out. Really looking to carry into him.
So Hickson Smith traps it with his foot. Maybe not known for his kicking game quite so much. Well fielded there by Lee.
Loves a dummy kick, but not an actual kick, Charles Hickson Smith.
And that is a good contestable kick there. Sebi Bryant
Great take from Sebi
rises up and takes it. This man is on form. Deterry with a real laconic drop off to Harry Sayers, who's got those legs pumping. He's working really, really hard. Some good work in the wide channels there. And now James Sawyer brings it back against the grain. He's been held up here in this tackle. Now Lauder pulls the ball back to McNeish, who stabs it over the top, but has floated that one out on the full. Some phenomenal play there by Sebi Bryan. Rose to take that ball. Probably the shortest man on the field by about a foot. And
I'd say definitely the shortest man on the pitch by about a foot, Cookie.
But what he lacks in stature, he makes up for in just pure heart and strength and skill. So Choi with yet another line-out opportunity. And that's a loose ball going out towards. So the referee playing penalty advantage as this young Korean front row carry the ball through the midfield. Oh, good work there. Held on to that. So still advantage. So jumping across the line out is the decision. So that'll be an opportunity for the Koreans to push the ball deep into the Hong Kong half and have another line out. So that is a good kick right into sequence corner. Not too many sequins sitting there today, Jamie.
Yeah, there's a bit of an empty corner at the moment.
Numbers. Yep, 7.
So Choi with yet another throw at this line out. Oh, nobody goes up for that. So good pressure from Hong Kong and a bit of a miscommunication there from the Koreans.
Real lost opportunity there. Real lost opportunity for Korea there. They've had a couple of chances in Hong Kong 22, end of the first half, and now this one. Coach Lee will definitely be looking to try and convert some of these.
So interestingly, Hong Kong opt to go for a line out, and it's a shortened line out here. Could have taken the scrummage. So Jenkinson and McCullough in the middle pod here. And it's straight over the top. And Hwang from Korea has swooped on that. So great opportunity for Korea. Inside the Hong Kong 22. Really good solid tackle there from Van der Schmidt. The ball a little bit slow for the Koreans. Hong Kong all on their feet, and a good tackle from Choi. Some good line speed from Hong Kong here. Now they play out of the back. Oh, and a great little break there. And a great tackle by Jamie Lauder, forcing Chung into touch there. But some real enterprise there from the Koreans.
Yeah, they've got some lovely runners, good handling forwards as well. They're playing that second man play out the back. And there's our winger again, having a great little run.
Jamie Lauder has had an absolutely phenomenal season. He plays his home rugby here at the Hong Kong Football Club, a centurion of the football club, not unlike yourself. And that's a good deep kick, and Chung fields it. Oh, and a fantastic break up the middle there. Everybody missed him there. And again, a really good carry Harry Sayers is onto this ball, and eventually the referee gives holding on by the Koreans, but sliced open up the middle there, Jamie.
Yeah, he's a great runner, a full-back. Fantastic runner. I've played against him a few times. He's played a lot of sevens as well. Really nice right foot step there to break through the Hong Kong kick chase. But fantastic work from Harry Sayers to win that penalty, and it gives Hong Kong a little bit of breathing space now with a penalty kick to touch from Gregor McNeish.
Yeah, it was great work from Sam Choi to make the tackle and drop him.
Free off, red, free off.
Red 3.
So the first substitutions coming, and Faisal Solomona makes way.
Thank you.
Very strong player coming on here in Keelan Chapman. Very, very strong over the ball, almost like an extra flanker on the pitch, and a solid scrummager as well. Be looking to make a huge impact in these lineouts and set pieces.
So yet again, the Koreans disrupt the Hong Kong lineout. Really hasn't functioned for them today. Oh, and a good tackle there by Tom Hill. Knocks the ball free, and Sawyer's onto it. And he drops the ball inside there to Van der Schmidt.
No, stay down.
And he's recycled himself to carry this ball again. So Sawyer. Niche goes high, but it's well gathered inside the 22.
Hold. On now.
Terry picks that ball up, and McNeish signals that he's going aerial, and that is a high bomb, but comfortably fielded by the fly half there, who's looking a little bit too long. So McNeish is caught there, pops the ball up to Hickson Smith, and the Koreans are swarming in all over the top of him now. Some really good scramble defence there. Sebi Bryan steps in to deputise for Jamie Lauder, who had to clean things out there. And they cleverly go and recycle Lauder off the floor. So really putting some pressure on themselves there. McNeish caught with the ball. And now the ball back to Terry, but some pressure put on him there. And the ball just about getting to the 10-metre line, but Hong Kong under some real pressure here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Hong Kong maybe use and utilise Jamie Lauder's box kick. He's a really good box kicker. Get a lot of height, a lot of distance on that, and it brings our kick chase up a little bit as well. We've kicked a lot off 10 at the moment. It's a little bit predictable. We've not got as much joy out of it as maybe we need to in the second half. So utilising Jamie Lauder at 9 there with a box kick would be a good option, I think.
So just a break in play here as Hong Kong skipper Tom Hill takes some treatment. Not sure whether that is a tactical, just giving Hong Kong a chance to catch their breath. So the coaching team is on there. Former Scotland international Alex Allen, one of the assistant coaching team, running some messages. So Choi with another opportunity. He's actually going to play at least a 70-minute game, having come on early in the first half. So good line out there from South Korea. Sam Choi steps through, but it looks like he's been pinged offside too early. And some good solid carrying there under pressure from Choi.
Under 15. Offside.
So yeah, another cheap penalty there, isn't it, from Hong Kong? Didn't need to step through there and put pressure on. Hong Kong had not even attempted to try and win the line out. They've got fantastic line speed and defence. Cheap penalty to give Korea another little segue into the match.
So in this second half, 10 minutes in, and territorially, pretty much the whole game has been played in this second half. In the Hong Kong half, Hong Kong now defending a line out inside their own 22. Coach Lee looking pensive there. Good throw to the tail of the line out there, but well sacked. Oh, picks that ball up well there. Goes straight through the maul. So some good play here, and he drops it onto the toe, but probably just a little bit deep.
Korea just needs to spend a little bit more time, be a bit more patient than 22 there. They were getting good go forward with the picks and goes. Hong Kong scrambling around the corner. Perhaps not the right option for the number 13 there.
So Kim Yu-tae dropped the ball on the toe there, and it just cannoned off a Hong Kong player. So Korea have the feed. Just 5 meters out from the Hong Kong line. This is a great attacking opportunity for South Korea. So Keelan Chapman on in the tight head side of the Hong Kong scrummage. Halfback Lee feeds this ball. Hwang at 8 comes across one. He's got the ball at his feet, and it's a good solid scrummage, and they've got an advantage here. It's gone down. It's gone down on the loose head side of the Hong Kong scrummage. So the referee penalises Hong Kong. Be interesting to see whether they take the points or put the pressure on. So interestingly, speaking in Japanese to the referee, obviously some of these Korean players ply their trade in the Japanese professional leagues, so will be fluent in Japanese, and they've opted for the scrummage. So really trying to turn the heat up on the Hong Kong pack here, Jamie.
Yeah, I think a good option there from Korea. They'll need to score a couple of tries, I think, if they're to win this game, and it's a great attacking platform, as you mentioned, being 5 meters out, scrum. Well, they've had scrum dominance all game, so
coupled with the last 5 to 10 minutes of the first half, and in the first 13 of this half, it's been all Korea. Another good scrummage, and it's gone round. And another penalty. And the Koreans go hard for this. The referee's playing an advantage. Could be a yellow card offence.
I thought so, Richard.
So the Koreans just literally inches away from the Hong Kong line here, and they're keeping it tight. Another pick up and drive there, and it looks for all money like that was a score from Lee Jeong-suk. So the referee is going to go to the TMO. It's going to be interesting to see.
Okay, confirming on-field decisions, no try, checking grounding.
So that is an important call there from the referee. The on-field decision is no try.
It's going to be a yellow card against red number 5. It's a sneaker action.
So
after the scrum penalty,
it's going to go back for a penalty to Korea if this try is not scored, and likely to be a yellow card for Pat Jenkinson. And it looks like Alex Post has got himself under that ball. And if he did get it down, I'm not sure that the angles are going to show us whether the ball actually did hit the turf or not. Trying to pick the ball out amongst this. It's a good pickup by the big man there. But it looks like Alex Post has got his hands under that.
Let me show one more angle, please.
So looking at it now from this near-sided angle, he picks the ball up.
Okay, Kasuke, I've got decision.
Yes, please.
So no conclusive evidence to overturn on-field decision, so no try back to penalty.
Okay, so there is no conclusive evidence to
showing how absolutely crucial it is for the soft decision on the field there, Jamie. Nothing to overturn it. So it looks like Jenkinson is going to spend 10 minutes in the bin So Hong Kong very much.
Back to advantage, back to advantage. They're holding us in close to the rock. Okay, number 5.
So yes, Pat Jenkinson.
Yeah, it's a big loss for Hong Kong there. Yeah. Pat Jenkinson's a huge workhorse, gets through a lot of meters on the pitch, a lot of tackles, a lot of grunt work out there.
Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure that the Koreans will call for the scrummage, knowing that Hong Kong are down a lot forward. So it'll be interesting to see who pushes up into the row. And I'm not sure whether we'll see one of the backs.
Yeah, I thought Tommy Hill will come in.
So Tommy Hill locking at 8. Van der Schmidt up into the row. This is very, very much the game here. So it looks like a reset there. So Pat Jenkinson takes his seat on the naughty boy chair 54 minutes in. So Hong Kong are going to have a long 10 minutes to play here. So lots of reset scrummages in this game. It's been an absolute key part of this game, Jamie.
Yeah, Korea have played it well. Whenever they had a chance with a penalty, they've gone to a scrum, and they've put that thought in the referee's mind that they have the scrum dominance, and they do. Hong Kong have really got to have to work hard here to keep the scrum up and keep Korea out.
So Keelan Chapman on the tight head side. And it still amazes me how the forwards go mad when it's an early push by the Koreans. But it probably shows a complete release of emotion more than anything. So that will be a welcome respite for Hong Kong. And McNeish looks to take the ball to just outside the Hong Kong 22.
I think Lewis Evans will be looking to get Hong Kong to tidy things up here a little bit, look after the ball, go through a few more phases and play down the Korean half. You can see every time there's a scrum, it can go either way. More likely Korea at the moment, and they can get straight back to Hong Kong half.
And Alex Post and the Hong Kong line-out need to nail this. Obviously, one less option. And Cal McCullough rises there. Lauder goes aerial.
Fantastic kick from Jamie Lauder, well done.
So they pull the ball deep inside. And McNeish takes the ball just inside his 22. And he rakes this long, deep kick, and it looks like he's got a 50-22. Absolutely cultured right boot there. And,
lovely kick.
Just shows if you kick too deep and you give somebody like McNeish too much time, you are going to struggle to defend.
Just changing up the kicking picture there as well, with Jamie Lauder putting that high ball in from 9 rather than passing back to 10. Changes the backfield picture.
So
allows you to chase a bit harder.
Sam Choi at 56 minutes, he's put in a phenomenal shift these last 2 weeks, makes way for former captain Josh Hurstich coming back from injury. So pretty crucial when Hong Kong are down a man to get someone of Hurstich's stature. And this is a good drive. Post is in the boot here. He'll need to stay connected here. And this is a drive all the way from the 22. And Post is going hard. And that is a phenomenal score from Hong Kong. A man down. Post kept himself well hidden in the back of that maul. And that is a much tougher skill than anyone would normally think. You know, we're used to seeing, you know, the likes of Jamie George, Dane Coles and Cody Taylor do that very well. But Alexander Post, second try of the day. Talk us through this one, Jamie.
Yeah, it just shows you when you execute the set piece, as Posty's done there, he gets his just rewards with the second try. Hong Kong got a nice quick drive on, quickly get back down on the ground, and they've taken Korea by surprise there. Korea have got nothing in terms of more on the back of that, and Hong Kong have blasted through them.
Yeah, some fantastic work there. Keelan Chapman, Josh Hurstich, Sawyer, all in attendance. And that will be a hammer blow for the Koreans. But Lewis Evans there, he'll be delighted with that. Just a few minutes after they went down a man, Pat Jenkinson off the field, but a really canny tactical substitution to bring in Hurstich there.
And you can see the sort of emotion there from Hong Kong. They now think they've got a bit of breathing space, I'd imagine, between them and the Koreans. A couple of converted tries ahead. Maybe start to relax into this game.
So McNeish, a much better strike than his last two there, but just slightly off to the right. But good to see he's got his timing back. And that's the second time that Hong Kong have absolutely splintered the line-out maul defence from the Koreans as they restart this game. High and hanging, too deep. Sawyer does well. Pops it to his back row buddy, Van der Schmidt. Hong Kong playing some really good set phase there. Good work from Terry there, pulled back. Could easily have seen yellow if he'd taken the man in the air. Higgins tries to tackle the man who dived at his feet before the tackle could be made. And now McNeish, they're kicking deep to him again, and not having learned from the mistake they made when he kicked the 50-22 earlier. But this time, just takes the play into the Korean half with a Korean throw to this line out. So 18 points to 3 with moving into the final quarter of the game.
Much better exits that time from Hong Kong after their last score.
Good to see Tom Gadsby of the Kowloon Club in the background there. So Terry takes a lovely ball there in these conditions. Oh, and he spills the ball. It's been uncharacteristic of Terry. In the last couple of weeks, we've seen him make a couple of handling errors, completely and utterly unforced. And Ben Higgins just having a gentle word with the Koreans. They may be discussing whether it's Lang Kwai Fong or Soho this evening. Terry there just loses the ball from his grasp. He's made some absolutely phenomenal touches in this game so far, but he's certainly been pretty dirty with himself about that one.
Yeah, this is the point in the game where Nathan really starts to come into it. Tired bodies out there. Game starts to break up.
Reaching for some of the glue. I bet he wishes he'd had that a few minutes ago. So good to see the crowd in here. And there he is, Wei Bei, the Dragon, enjoying the attention. And there you go.
There he is,
Mrs. Hood, young Hamo, and Freya as well. Good to see them. So for those of you who didn't pick that up, that was Jamie's wife and a couple of his 3 kids.
Goodness knows where that one is. Running around the stand somewhere.
With the sporting genes that your children have, Hoodie, I expect to see them out here in a few years' time. So an opportunity here for the Koreans, handed up by that unforced error by Hong Kong. So Lee feeds this scrummage, and that scrummage goes down again. So lots of time being scrubbed off this yellow card. Alex Post, the last one to rise from that scrummage. And I'm quite amazed that the referee hasn't really issued any warnings to the front row, considering the amount of penalties that have gone either way, but particularly against Hong Kong.
Yeah, for his first test, it's been a difficult area to referee, I think, the scrummage.
As we said, our referee last week, Shane Barr, 44 years old. And our referee for Rousset today, celebrating his 22nd birthday, so some differential in age. So again, the feed there. Solid work from the Koreans. Oh, great footwork there from Park. Takes the ball well into the Hong Kong 22. Some good hands there. South Korea really putting some pressure onto Hong Kong now. And that's a good bit of heat indeed there from Van der Schmidt. Oh, some good hands from the Korean front row. But Van der Schmidt looks to have almost got it, but the Koreans come away with it. Showing some really good continuity here. Another good step there from Park. He's really taken some ground, and more good work. More good work on the ground there by Hong Kong.
Is that Harry Sayers over the ball again?
So Park from the Korean Army has really made an impact since he's come onto the field. Some good left foot steps and some good ground made.
Yeah, now that Korea are walking that scrum forward, it means the back row have got to stay on the scrum from Hong Kong a little bit longer, which means the 10's isolated, 12's isolated, and gaps start appearing in the back line.
And it's good to know that Derek Finch is watching in. He's wondering why the empty seats, and it's mainly due to the red and amber rain warnings that were in force literally until minutes before kickoff. And technical offence there. Maybe a balk on the throw there from Alex Post. But another line-out failure from Hong Kong, and the Koreans immediately call the scrummage.
Back to the scrum.
And we've got Etienne Labuschagne cheering for Korea. Good to see the support in the stadium and at home on YouTube. Scott Lindsay there, Hong Kong Football Club member. So the Koreans with another good opportunity at the scrummage. And they break to the blind side, and he drops it on the toe. Jamie Lauder chasing back and gets to that ball first. Absolutely superb work from him. Van der Schmidt picks and goes. Not too many arms in that tackle there. They felled Van der Schmidt, and it allows Lauder to recycle himself as he pulls the ball back to McNeish. A little dummy on the kick there, and some real heads-up clever play there from Hong Kong.
Yeah, really good scramble D there from Hong Kong, and then a patient exit afterwards from Gregor McNeish.
So Pierce West coming onto the field, and Hong Kong back to their full complement as Pat Jenkinson comes to the field. So 18 points to 3, Hong Kong, China leading over South Korea. About 15 minutes to go in this game, and Luke Van der Schmidt makes way. He's had a phenomenal couple of games here in the last couple of weeks as Korea move this ball. They look very confident. And another good tackle there by Sayers and Chang. Oh, what a phenomenal score as they drop that onto the toe. He's been threatening to do that all game, Jamie.
Yeah, he's electric on that left wing out there. Really nice little chip kick in front. Picked it up, no problem, and he's under the sticks. Korea's backline setup is really nice at the moment, looking to outflank Hong Kong. Seb Bryan maybe coming a little bit too high on the outside there and gives Korea a couple of dog legs to go through.
So he's been involved in everything that's good that Hong Kong have done today. So the ball on the outside there, and Jeong drops it onto the toe, and just some out-and-out pace there. And he takes it in around and makes the kick a little bit easier.
Yeah, game back on. I'd imagine it'll be 18-10 here. Game back on. Not much in it now between Hong Kong and Korea, with only 15 minutes to go.
Certainly not what Lewis Evans would have wanted, as we've said. Apart from the try that Hong Kong scored, it's been pretty much all Korea this half, and a solid strike. And sure enough, 18-10 with about 13 minutes to play. It's all on here. So Brian Varley and Tony Falzo in the crowd there, and there it is, the Korean support. Very happy to see that their men are really fronting up and making a game of this. So Hong Kong certainly have got plenty of work to do if they want to retain the ARC for yet another year. And a deep kick there, and they pick out the try scorer immediately, who drops it in field, and he's met by the Hong Kong front rowers there. Oh, and a ball dropped there, and it's swooped on immediately there by McKinley West. He's as sharp as a tack. Oh, and for all money there, Kim Yong-hui was away with that interception, but a small knock-on that West had swooped onto. Oh, great hands there, and that would have been a hell of a foot race. There were obviously some guys in the backfield there. He got Josh Hurstich to get around, but some real heads-up work there. So Higgins now makes way for Zach Cinnamond on the loose head side of the scrummage. Cinnamon from the Sandy Bay Club in Hong Kong. So the first time that Hong Kong has had an opportunity to put a ball into a scrummage for a very long while.
Yeah, they need to spend a bit of time down here in Korea's half and Korea 22. Put them under a little bit more pressure. As you said before, Hong Kong haven't spent much time at all down this end.
So the second row of McCullough and Jenkinson restored. West, Hurstich and Sawyer in the back row. In the front row, Cinnamon and Chapman have come on and still post in the middle of the scrummage. In the background, Seb Bryan, 5 tries last week, has barely seen the ball in attack so far. But this scrum is really unstable. And be interesting to see whether they put the scrummage down again.
Tommy here clarifying what the next call would be.
Yeah, some clever captaincy, just putting into the mind of the referee that if there's any messing around next time, it's going to go long arm.
Just a bit stable.
Certainly been a long day at the office for the front five today.
Absolutely, I would not want to be wearing one of the small numbers on a day like today. As we've said, this Korean replacement front row, 2 21-year-olds and a 22-year-old, all big men. It's a good scrummage from Hong Kong, and they're driving it forward, putting the pressure on. Hill doubles it out the back to McNeish, gets it. And the ball is bouncing and canning around, and the referee is looking like he's going to go upstairs. The ball flew around all over the place there, Jamie. It'd be tough to tell whether anything had gone forwards there or not.
Yeah, nice little starter play there from Hong Kong. Just, they couldn't quite get the ball away to Charles Higgins-Smith there on the left wing.
But there's potential knock-on, so just checking the potential knock-on, please.
Okay,
So checking to see if there's a knock-on.
I want to show you, the last pass.
I've got to say I've been very, very impressed with our referee here today. He has remained very, very calm throughout. 22 years of age. It's phenomenal for him to be operating on this stage. So McNeish eventually got the touchdown.
It's coming on big screen now.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see what happened here, whether there was any kind of knock-on or so the ball from McNeish
Off his foot.
hits his foot.
The pass is fine at the moment.
So I think
we
that
move
could well be a try.
Yep.
Yeah. The wing player kicks the ball, and then I make sure the player is onside or not.
So
We
the
need to
ball
check.
there from Deteri,
He kicks the ball
straight on
so that is
to
fine.
Hickson Smith's foot,
And
toes
then
it
the
forward,
player
and
got the ball
McNeish
is
again towed it
from
forward. So
onside or
for all
not?
money, that would look like a good score, Jamie.
Yes, by hook or by crook, it somehow managed to get over the line, and Gregor's put it down there. Lovely little kick assist there from Charles Hickson Smith. And it just shows he's backing up there from Gregor to get on the ball again. Nice little pick up, and he's finished it off.
Okay.
Just give me a time.
I think we are going to see a try awarded here.
We're going to check grounding.
As well, yeah.
So they're now just going to go forward and check the grounding.
Never touch,
But I think
never
he's
touch.
picked this one up
Let's go the
cleanly.
Has he lost it there right at the
Could
end?
have lost it.
It's a try-saving tackle there.
Interesting to see, and it's a good tackle, and he's definitely targeting the ball.
Yeah. Is there separation there?
The first question is, there is separation or not?
Wait a minute.
This is a phenomenal tackle because he's absolutely targeted the ball here quite deliberately.
I think he's lost that.
I think he's lost it.
Okay, I've got decision.
Yep.
Yeah, as you can see, the red player lost control.
Yep.
And we could see separation, so no try, no con.
And then
by
goal
right.
line drop out is okay?
Yeah.
The referee and the TMO in agreement. Separation and a knock-on by McNeish as he finished that one off.
There is knock on. And back to advantage.
So the score remains at 18-10. So it's absolutely all on here.
Then back to advantage for scrum. Yeah. Back to advantage.
So
Scrum. Let's step out.
would have
and
been
setting
a
up.
very,
Back to
very
penalty here.
fortunate, very fortunate score. But they come back
Standing up.
for the penalty.
Standing up.
And at 18-10, what is skipper Tom Hill going to ask for? It looks like he's pushed it into the corner.
Yeah, going on the last couple of line-out mauls. If we hit this one, and I think we'll have a repeat performance.
So McNeish will be bitterly disappointed, but that was some try-saving tackle there by Kim Yong-hui.
Phenomenal work there by Kim.
Great take there by McCulloch. Post in the boot here. Absolutely seeking out to get his hat-trick here. And they're inching forwards. And now all the backs join in. Seb Bryan, Alex Post is there. And it is the try. And that will probably be the sealer. And it is a hat-trick for number 2, Alexander Post. And it's also try number 4, so a bonus point, but immaterial in the context of the game. Takes the score out to 23 points to 10. So there's that moment when the referee called up the outside backs and then they really got the heat on. Jamie Lauder, Seb Bryan, all joining in, even Gregor McNeish in there.
Must be lovely when you're a hooker and you've got 7 people in front pushing for you, hey, Cookie?
Absolutely.
Clearing the way.
So 23 points to 10. And a well-earned hat-trick there for the Hong Kong man there, Alex Post.
Yeah, I mean, if we wind back, it all came off that kickoff. But after the Korean score, they didn't deal with Hong Kong kickoff. knocked it on in their own 22 scrum, and then almost had a try, apart from the try-saving tackle, and then they've had a try on the other corner.
So, with 7.5 minutes to play, Hong Kong, China 23, South Korea 10.
Time off. White 11. White 11.
So, the Korean try scorer making way as Hong Kong ring the changes, as well as Korea. Good take deep there, and some good following up from the Koreans. Herstich with his first real carry of the game. Takes 5, 6, 7 metres after the initial contact. One of the big differences between these sides is Hong Kong have kicked off 9 and utilised Lauder's box kick. Oh. And the young debutant Kim in the 23 jersey spills the first one, and Jang Jong-ming takes some territory there. Some good play there, some good interplay from the front row forwards there.
They've got lovely hands, those front row forwards.
Jamie created a lot to this ball. It just goes off his feet at the end there.
Just looking at Tommy Hill out there, seems to be hobbling around.
Park again with some steps there. Herstich, McCullough, they've held him up here. And they've really got hold of him here, and that is a good turnover. Some real fight from these Korean players.
Yeah, they put together some lovely attacking plays, the Koreans. They've got beautiful hands in and out of the forwards into the back, sweeping around the outside channels.
And good to know that Tim Threckeld is watching in. He will be off to Kenya, watching his son Max play in the Junior World Trophy next month. We wish the Hong Kong boys all the best in Nairobi. Just watching the replay of that, so getting wrapped up by Herstich, McCullough, Cinnamon and Sawyer.
Good to see Bryn Phillips getting on the pitch. Another great box kicker, and really sharp around the rucks as well. Maybe looking to make a few breaks with tired bodies there.
And Will Pandey on for Tom Hill. So the captain's armband will now be firmly on Pat Jenkinson's arm. So we've got 5 minutes to go. And a 13-point advantage. Plenty of chat going on in that front row. It's amazing with the amount of effort that they put in. They've still got breath for a bit of banter there, Jamie.
Maybe that's part of the problem, Cookie. You can see from the Hong Kong setup that Will Pandey will get his first touch in this game.
So a long arm for Hong Kong with 4.5 minutes, and will be interesting to see whether our two debutants get an opportunity. Matt Key and Dylan White. So McNeish will try and carve off as much ground as he possibly can.
Just have a word against 18 red. He tapped white lucid face. Yeah, calls something. Yeah, 18.
So the TMO just coming in, and is going to have a word with Zach Cinnamon. Apparently, Keelan Chapman just tapped him in the face. So pretty athletic leap there from Jenkinson, just brings it back on the Hong Kong side. Sawyer working hard there.
He's got to do a lot of work today, Jim Sawyer.
Absolutely, He's acted like a miniature forklift truck with the amount of work he's moved. High hanging kick there.
No, that is not a fair catch.
Taken by the debutant, and Will Pandey in. Oh, Will Pandey in with the.
Players throwing the ball into the ball line.
So this may well be a penalty try if it's a yellow card. And a penalty try for deliberately knocking the ball into touch. So a phenomenal charge down from Pandey there. And he was just trying to steady himself to gather the ball when the Korean came in and just spiked the ball into... so the debutant caught there. Pandey making his way. And the fullback, Jong Yon-sik.
Yeah, I'd be pleased with the charge down, but it'd be gutted not to get the try.
So Dylan White comes on, and there it is. Matty Key finally gets his first Hong Kong cap. He's been a phenomenal servant of the Tigers club and Hong Kong rugby. I think 91 caps. He's made cap appearances for Tigers in the Premiership. I have those figures courtesy of Tony Carton. So phenomenal to see him get his opportunity for the first time. Good set-piece play there from Hong Kong with about 2.5 minutes to go. Now with a 30 points, 10 lead over South Korea. McNeish looks to move this ball. Bryn Phillips gets stripped, but Sebi Bryan straight onto that ball, showing all that strength he's got to remain solid in the contact. Zach Cinnamon with a good pull out the back there. Sayers with the ball. Oh, James Sawyer has had a virtually faultless game and just spills that one forward with about 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, probably got a little bit excited there. He was in open spaces. He's a good carrier. He's got good feet.
So with 1.5 minutes to go, Hong Kong, China now with an unassailable lead will be retaining the Asia Rugby Championship trophy that they won in dramatic fashion last year with the last kick of the game in Korea. So in the background there, Doug Wolfson, Tony Falzo and Brian Varley from the Sandy Bay Club watching on. And possibly what Korea should have done, they tapped and gone quickly. Pierce West really putting some pressure on there, playing through the front line there. The Korean midfield have been getting through truckloads of work, but still some really solid defence from Hong Kong. Good to see that they are still bringing the heat. West with another tackle.
Been really impressed with the Korean 12.
Park, who's also shown some really good feet since he's come onto the field. Chapman having a nibble at that ball. Cal McCullough swimming through the front line there, and Jang Jong Min on the ball, under pressure, spills the ball. But the referee looks like he's coming back for an earlier infringement.
Not enough binding, tackle. No, still time on.
So,
let's go. Not clear binding. Yeah,
so as the clock ticks into the red, 30 points to 10, this will be the last play. Korea looking at what to do. I'm pretty sure that they will go down fighting here.
You can see the bench there signaling to Korea to kick it into the corner.
No, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Yeah.
So,
No.
So Kim being asked to rake this into the corner. Oh. And the ball landed just in field, but evaded the silky skills of Charles Hickson-Smith there.
Let's go.
also watching from home, famous former Hong Kong international and football club legend Jimmy Gibson. Good to have you on board, sir.
Korea have got a nice maul formed here. Be good to see them get something out of this game.
So some good work in there from Herstich, getting in to disrupt it, and Hong Kong have absolutely made a mess of that, but it's a penalty to the Koreans. Will they tap and go? Will they call the scrummage? So the young front rower taps and goes. Oh, so some good work there, and Harry Sayers gets the ball out to Dylan White, one of his first touches, and that will be no side. So a phenomenal, commanding win in the end on the points, 30 points to 10. But I have to say that score is not reflective of the game that we've actually watched here. Korea have pushed Hong Kong absolutely to the very end.
Yeah, definitely. As you say, it looks convincing on the scoreboard, but Korea put some lovely passes of play in there. And a couple of opportunities went the other way. They would have been right in that game, right to the last minute.
There was, I think, a crucial point just before half-time. It was 8-3, and the ball cannoned off the Korean number 11, and Terry got the ball, flipped it inside to Tommy Hill for that try. 13-3 at half-time, and then obviously that real goal line defence just at the beginning or at the end of the first half. There he is, Matty Key, that absolutely crucial thing of getting on for 3 minutes at the end, so he can now call himself an international rugby player. He's heart and soul, that man, and it's great to see him get that opportunity. Also, Dylan White has got on for a few minutes at the end there, and again, he's now an international player.
Yeah,
so
big congratulations to all the debutants today for Hong Kong and for Korea. I know Korea had quite a few debutants out there, so they've done themselves massive justice today and put a great performance. So well done.
With that youth that they picked, particularly in their replacement front row, the Koreans, I think we can honestly say that the future looks relatively bright for Korean rugby. Certainly under the new head coach Lee Myung-goon, who's an absolute legend, and the Koreans are standing there respectfully as they line up, and the Hong Kong players are going to show them a tunnel and ask the Korean players to come through as they clap them off the field. Has to be said, it's been a phenomenally combative game, but this is rugby, and once the final whistle goes, the level of respect between those two sets of players, I think both sets of forwards will know that they have been in a game tomorrow morning, Jamie.
Yeah, especially the front five. As I said before, tough day at the office. I lost count of how many scrums there were in that match, but yeah, they've worked hard today, and I'm sure they'll enjoy themselves after the game.
So some young men, as we've said, have played their first couple of games in the ARC. Lander Schmidt leading Hong Kong through, and as we've said, absolute So we're going to have a look at the second half highlights. So here we go, post with the throw, and this is on the 22-meter line, and pretty soon the Koreans are in absolute disarray, and Post has done so well to stay connected there. Good score.
Great score from Hong Kong. Did the basics really well with the line out. This was a fantastic score from Korea as well. Great little kick in behind. It's really hard for a fullback there to cover all bases. And the winger with the electric pace on the outside has got the ball, picked it up, and he's scored under the post.
And here he is in the boot again, Alex Post, with a deserved hat-trick. Maybe not his finest day of darts, not his finest day with the darts, and then this pressure from Will Pandey. And the penalty. So 30 points to 10 for. So there we are, the Hong Kong China Bohemia. So we're now going to cut over to speak with winning captain Tom Hill from Hong Kong, China.
Hello Tom, congratulations on winning the game and winning the Asia Rugby Men's Championship. It's a completely different game this weekend. What were the key factors or the key moments for your team to grind out the win today?
Yeah, thanks very much. Obviously hugely satisfying to win here at home and to win the Asia Rugby Championship. Is, you know, it's fantastic for the group. I just think we stuck at our plan for 80 minutes. We knew if we kicked the ball well, we kick chase was great, our set piece was good. Just do all those basics really well. In test match footy, I mean, we were able to execute and come away with the win. So yeah, really proud of the boys and really happy.
Well done, well done. So it was there was heavy rain in Hong Kong up until probably 15 minutes before kickoff. Was there any impact on your preparation and the team warm-up?
Yeah, absolutely. The ball was pretty slippery. Yeah, it was raining, I mean, all the way up to the game. So, yeah, we executed well under pressure, I thought. We still left some points out there. But having said that, I mean, we put 30 points on in a test match. That's pretty good effort, especially in a championship final like this. So, yeah, as I said, really proud of the boys and really happy with the win.
Well done and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Fantastic to see Tom Hill there. Absolutely elated. And Coach Lee is consoling his players and thanking them for their effort. And we're now going to cut over to the Korean captain with Gaith.
Okay, hard luck. It was a very hard game. Well fought.
아주 치열한 경기였는데 혹시 어떻게 생각하시는지?
오늘 양팀 다 좋은 경기 했는데 좀 우리가 득점 기회 득점하지 못해서 좀 아쉬움이 남는 경기라고 생각합니다.
Both teams did the best. We got a lot of chance, but we missed a lot. So that's what our mistake. But we did our best.
Understanding, what were the key moments for you as a team in the game that basically had an effect on the result?
오늘 경기 결과에 있어서 뭐 제일 영향을 크게 줬던 요인이 있었다면 혹시 뭐가 있을지?
상대 라인아웃 세트피스에서 좀 더 좋은 세트피스를 가져갔던 부분에서 우리가 좀 미스를 많이 했던 것 같다.
Hong Kong China made a lot of chances in the line-out situations, and they did the good result. But we couldn't do the better things. The situation, yeah.
Yeah, it was a very close game, probably until 20 minutes to go. So hard luck, guys, and safe travels back home.
끝으로 좋은 경기 해주셔서 너무 감사하고 집으로 조심히 잘 돌아갔으면 좋겠습니다.
네, 감사합니다.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So great scenes there, and as the Korean captain, former Olympian, said their set piece held up. They really put Hong Kong under a great deal of pressure.
Yeah, they really did, and really special mention to Coach Lee there. He stamped his authority and his style of play on the Korean team. He played some lovely stuff, some sweeping moves in the back line, and yeah, it was nice to watch at some stages going.
Yeah, absolutely. And there it is, the absolutely beautiful, iconic Asia Rugby Championship trophy. Kind of styled on the Calcutta Cup.
Very similar.
Yeah, and it was made, I know it was made in India. Former president of the Asia Rugby, Trevor Gregory, got it cast many years ago. The officiating team there have done a really, really good job. As we said, the referee Faruse, in his first ever Test match, has done a great job there.
Yeah, fantastic game. I'm sure it's first of many for him.
Absolutely. And the president of Asia Rugby there, Qais Abdullah, and the chairman of the Hong Kong Rugby Union, Chris Brook, congratulating the referee and TMO. TMO had a few decisions to make there, and I'd say got it right on every occasion.
Yeah, a couple of difficult ones there, but took a lot of care, especially over that last one with the disallowed try for Hong Kong, the try-saving tackle. And yeah, definitely got it right.
Yeah, so great photo opportunity there. Mr. Abdullah and Chris Brooks with the officiating team. Obviously, we always talk about making memories in rugby, and those shots are some of the things that people will treasure. So the Hong Kong team, and Tom Hill is stepping forward there, and he'll be presented the trophy by Asia Rugby president Qais Abdullah. And so there we are, and they raise it aloft to the crowd. Deserved champions in this year's truncated Asia Rugby Championship. Just one game each in the round robin. Josh Hurstich there with his young daughter on his shoulders. The whole squad there very, very happy. Alexander Post with his hat-trick. Good way to finish the season, having come over. And a fantastic day there, and there it is, Paul Altier, red card last week, and gets the opportunity to pick the trophy up. Luke van der Schmidt there with the adoring crowd. So it's been a fantastic day here, Jamie. 30 points to 10 for Hong Kong China over South Korea. Closing thoughts?
Yeah, a fair result in the end for Hong Kong to win it. Really tight game. It's great to have career over here in Hong Kong and playing some really good rugby. And yeah, it only bodes well for the future competition between Hong Kong, China and Korea.
Fantastic. So we've had a phenomenal day here, and I'd like to say a huge thank you to the production team. They put together the outside broadcast here in some horrific conditions. So thank you so much to everybody involved. Thank you, and good night from Hong Kong.
Good night.